Atlanta, live from K.L.P Studios. Shush. Ever wonder what went down behind the scenes of our top stories?
Say what?
Then tune into What Had Happened Was, the only radio station that takes you straight to the source. From coast to coast, tune in now as we dive deep into the stories, the drama, and the moments that shape the culture with
The swanky one, new K.L.P.
and
with your girl, Evelyn Letitia.
live, Swanky 93.3 and the Heat 94.6 radio stations, or wherever you get your podcasts from.
You said.
I had a wrong Whitlock down. I said, no. Oh my gosh. Not Uncle Ruckus.
That was really funny.
I was like, Jason Whitlock. Oh no, that was wrong.
No.
Oh, she.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Right.
Let's do it. Oh, wait.
Let's do it. The pumps are getting.
What had happened was,
The pumps are getting more and more ferocious.
That kind of hurts. That hurts.
what had happened
That really hurts.
Imagine carrying them around all day.
Woo, that hurt.
was,
Welcome back to the Baddies podcast in your ear. I'm your girl, Evelyn Letitia. And here's my homeboy, Kennedy Lucas Patterson.
Boy, howdy.
You are now tuned into the famous podcast from coast to coast with the hostess that do the mostest.
what had happened was,
Tune in, turn your radio up right now.
what had happened
Ladies and
was,
gentlemen, boys and girls, we back. We back.
We
We
busy.
back.
Boom, boom,
Ladies,
boom,
and
boom.
that hurts. That really hurts. I don't know how y'all do it.
Look, imagine being
Woo.
an athlete and you big, you blessed it. You big blessed it in the
Yeah.
front. And you running and you ain't got the right sports bra on. Them things just
I mean, that looked like it's painful. I tried it. I'm like, whoa, I don't know how y'all do it.
Ooh-wee.
But y'all tuned in to What Had Happened Was podcast.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you're somehow happening to watch on Instagram, by the way, you know, we premiere the shows on Instagram and they love it too. Where you can just flip on your phone real quick. Oh, it's right there. Let me just take a listen
Yep.
to what Kennedy and Evelyn have going on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this week's episode. Again, if y'all didn't want to miss last week's episode, because we gave y'all about an hour
Yeah.
and 4
Bringing
minutes.
the newness of the new year in.
Yeah, so you don't. Hopefully, you didn't miss last week's episode, but watch this one first, and then go back and watch the old one.
And
But
quit telling people Happy New Year's with an S. It's Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's.
You New Year's.
Now
Do
you
we
only
get more
you
than one?
use an apostrophe S when you say New Year's Day
Yeah.
because it's showing possessiveness of the day.
Yeah.
But you say Happy New Year to people.
True.
Like look education
For a lot of people that don't do it, you know. But of course, for What Happened Was, I'm one of your hosts. Boy, howdy. Y'all know what time it is.
Yeah.
K.L.P Kennedy Lucas in the building. And to my right, y'all know what time it is. We got Evelyn Letitia here in the building.
What's poppin', Poppy?
Hey, that's what we do. So, so we hope that everyone is having a great day. If you're watching us during the day or during the night or during the week, we hope that everyone is enjoying us for sure. By the way, check us out over at Facebook and Instagram or any audio platform you get your podcast from. We're there. People love it. People enjoy the show. And, you know, we got a grand show for y'all for today. But before we get to the nitty and gritty, y'all know what we like to do. We like to check in on each other. I mean, we just saw each other last week, of course. But, you know, we just got to make sure. Evelyn, what's going on? What's going on in your world?
You know, I'm just enjoying this 2026 thus far. You know, staying active, staying in the gym, playing ball, you know.
Yeah, shout out to softball.
Shout out to, well, this is an old alumni shirt. I played for the Baltimore Warhorses, you know. They're about to go away, sadly. I think about 2028. They're consolidating the schools in my hometown in the county.
Oh.
So the Warhorses will, you know, I'll forever be a Warhorse, but they're consolidating 3 schools. Blackville Hilda High School, Williston Elko High School, Barnwell High School.
I like those names.
So, yeah, and we were all rival schools, though. Those are some big rivalry games. So it's gonna be a switch to change for us, who are older and everything. Like I said, I got a 20-year reunion coming up in May, to kind of like, we all one now. But I think the new school won't be done until like 2028. But the War Horses won't be anymore. So I'm an alumni, illustrious alumni.
Hey.
This is softball, but I've been playing basketball. And one of the organizations that I play pickup with, it's called Game Changers. It's for women. 20 and older. I think it's 20 and older. We play pickup on, right now we're doing Sundays in the month of January. Sometimes it'll stay there, sometimes they may change to a Tuesday. But it's a 2-hour block. We have the gym to ourselves.
That's nice.
We can play full, half, whatever. You don't have to be an experienced basketball player to play. Like it's more about community and getting you moving.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are some ballers out there, including me.
Yeah.
But there's some people who haven't been playing as long, or new to it. We make sure that everybody can be involved as well, though.
That's nice.
But I've been doing that, and just trying to stay consistent on the things I said I was gonna be consistent on. The other thing is just trying to. If y'all hear me clear my nose or sniffle a little bit in this episode, I'm trying not to. I don't know how the weather been down here in Georgia.
It's been confusing.
But
Hot,
in
cold,
South
hot,
Carolina,
cold, hot, cold.
whoo, child. I remember Christmas Day, it was like 70-something, 80 degrees.
Yeah.
And then the next 2 days, it was like 20 degrees.
Yes.
And then we went back up to the 70s, and we went back down to the 20s. So my sinuses have been kicking my behind. It's like nasal congestion in here. So just feels stopped up, but my nose keeps running. The good thing about it, everything is running clear. So I know it's sinus related. It's just allergies because of the abrupt changes. The moment I see something looking green and funky, I'm like,
You're like, what's this?
What we doing? Who this for? But
green and funky.
So far it's been good. But every now and then you hear me just going back the other way. Yeah. I don't need y'all looking at me like I'm a little kid holding a blanket with a runny nose on this podcast. But that's what's going on with me. What's been happening with you?
What's happening is a lot. It's a lot. It's really a lot. My new gospel album is out, by the way. Holy Grounds is out, and people have been loving that. Okay. I've been thinking about you because it's like Valentine's Day.
I'm ready for
is when Crown Me Savage 2 Part 2 comes out. So it's like
Candy said, I'm gonna bring you to God, and then temperatures rising in February.
Seems like you're ready. No, that's not the song that's on the album. Because no. But yeah, so Holy Grounds is out. So we're getting ready for Dear Isaiah to hit some film festivals.
Yes, I've seen the trailers that you have released.
Oh, do you like it?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth, ain't it?
Yeah, I like it.
So Dear Isaiah, by the way, guys, you guys can watch it on Relay. Early access is what we're doing right now. But now that we're in the new year, a lot of film festivals are getting ready to open. So we're going to submit the film to quite a few film festivals. So we praying the luck that we get winners on some of those, and then we're still waiting for bigger networks. It takes time with that kind of thing. But I'm staying locked in. Going to the gym a lot. Heavy at the gym because I think I said it in last week's episode, but one of the trainers, look at that swollenness.
You can't see because the shirt is really hiding it, but
people are starting to notice me a little bit. One of the trainers was like, Kennedy, you look a little slim there. You looking kind of good. I'm like,
call him Slim Jim Kenny.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Slim Jim Kenny. I like that. That might be a new name for me. Yeah. I like that. But yeah, just being consistent with that. January is here. Podcasting, of course, with the other shows and doing some IT technical work for January. Just getting things kick started for 2026. Staying consistent and, still having my connection with God. Each Sunday I go to church. So that's what's really been going on with me. I think I might be bringing back me DJing because a lot of people ask, hey, where did the DJing stuff go? Yeah. I've been doing a lot of stuff and I just got overwhelmed. So maybe guys, I'll bring it back. Maybe.
Don't overwhelm yourself.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to overwhelm myself because I got a lot of other things cooking. And that's pretty much what was going on since we spoke last. It is a blessful January. I do hope that everyone stays safe because unfortunately flu season is kicking up.
Chat.
Like Evelyn mentioned with minor sinuses. I hope it's minor sinuses with people around the world because, it's the flu season. Some cities are picking it up. And it's like, Georgia, we've been highlighted. So it's like, oh, okay, let me be more careful. Guys, if you guys are out, carry a thing of hand sanitizer and wipes with you. I carry that in my offices. I carry that at the gym. I even carry it at my house, right? Because you just have to be careful. And there's a trick to a lot of people. Buy emergency super orange, mix that with your juices, your water if you got it, so that way it boosts your immune system, so that way it fights off any bacteria that could arise around the world, because we all still have to travel. We have to go to our offices. We have to go to the gym. We have to do all these other things. And people will show up to these things sick and say, oh, I'm not sick, but they're sick. Yeah. Right. So I do say to a lot of people, stay safe. Stay very, very safe. Now, we want to get this thing out the way because this is a sad, sad moment. I hate to say this. Now, this is a rest in peace moment to a gentleman. His icon, his word in every movie and TV show. Shit. Isaiah Whitlock Jr. has passed away.
Not to be associated with Jason Whitlock.
Because that's what he said at the beginning. She was like, no.
I was like, I did not mean to say that.
Isaiah Whitlock Jr. is an American actor that's been in almost a lot of things. And if you know that character when he says, she, you know that's his trademark. That's his staple. Yeah. So we lost another fantastic actor. Again, very, very sad with that because he was at the age of 71. Yeah.
Born September 13th, 1954, and passed away December 30th, 2025. So right before
New Year's. That's very, very sad because, it's just one of those actors that is just so iconic. He's been in The Wire. He's been in Your Honor. He's been in so many other things. He's been in GTA 5, the video game, right? He's been a stable into his craft in so many other things. Yeah. I wish that, in my film industry, I wish that he would be one of the actors I wish I worked with. Yeah. Right? Because I bet he was just a jolly to work with. Not just so endowed into his characters that he's doing in the TV show or in the movies, but I genuinely think he would have been really, really fun to really work out and really work on his craft. So we got to send a rest in peace for Isaiah Whitlock Jr., an icon, a truly, truly icon that we will solely be missed.
And according to IMDb, for those who don't know, is a database that has all different TV shows and actors. You can look them up. According to IMDb, he has 126 credit, with 124 of them being previous. He has 2 upcoming. He has one called Hoppers, where he played the Bird King as a voice. I'm guessing it's animated. And then The Body is Water, which is in post-production right now. He plays the character David Alexander Wilkins. Just a few more recent ones that he's already portrayed that's already out. The Residents, I saw him in that. Yeah. Your Honor, Cocaine Bear, Atlanta. If you saw the animated movie Lightyear, about Buzz Lightyear, he was the voice of Commander Burnside.
Good movie.
Yeah. So he's been a whole lot of things. I'm like 126 total.
He was in Cars 3. I didn't know that.
And that's everything, that he's on the Carmichael Show. I remember that. Law and Order Special Victims, Gotham, just some of the more notable things. Like I said, Grand Theft Auto 5, the video game. He played some vocal stuff in there. Newlyweds. Trying to go back. The Good Wife.
Yeah. The Five Bloods. That's a good one.
Meet the Browns. Yeah. He was in that. Brooklyn's Finest. He was in that as well.
Oh, that's a good movie too. Yeah.
Cadillac Records.
Oh, that's such a good movie. Yeah. He's been in a lot of good movies.
A lot of good movies. Chappelle Show.
Yeah.
A whole lot of good stuff.
A lot of good stuff. I think he solidified acting in his own right. Yeah. I think he lived a good life of acting. Like, obviously we want to see him. We would love to have seen him, past 71, because he wasn't a retired actor. Like, he was still working.
Oh, yeah, right? He's still a working actor.
So it's just very, very sad. It's very sad when we lose somebody who is just currently acting, who's been very inspirational to a lot of actors, and who's been out for years in some dope movies. But I'm sure his legacy will not be in vain to a lot of people. Go check out some of his movies. You'll understand. Once you see him act, you'll understand, like, oh, yeah, he's one of those those prime actors that you can't overlook. And when he does his famous that's a trademark. That is such a trademark.
I'm in my house saying that. Like,
I've been saying that too when I was a kid because I didn't know him personally, but I knew of him as a skill. So of course I even said it when I was a kid and I got in trouble one time because I was just mimicking, But rest in peace, Isaiah Whitlock Jr. Yeah. You will be forever missed.
Applause for a job well done.
Yes. Rest easy, my good sir. Now that we've got that out the way,
yes,
let's get into some drama.
What we getting into?
Let's get into it. Now, if you guys know, as a podcaster,
you sound excited, boy.
I'm excited because I'm a big Cam Newton fan.
Okay,
I like Cam Newton. Let me tell you, Cam Newton's busy. He got his show. He's doing the 106 and Sports show, that new show. He's on ESPN, right? That man's booking and busy.
Yeah.
But he had a celebrity on his show by the name of Natalie Nunn. And of course, we know her for her philanthropy or entrepreneurship, a little bit of reality stardom when it comes down to it. There's a question that he posed. And I wanted us to have this conversation because there's some parts that I said that, we she actually got me to realize some stuff. Because at first I was like, I don't know, but we finally came to a disagreement on something. But now I understand why Evelyn said it. But let's get to the question that he asked Natalie Nunn. And I'm going to raise it up here so you guys can hear it.
Because I pay the bills.
Actually, let me start that over.
Why should a man take a baddie serious?
Because I pay the bills.
And we're going to get into it.
So how much more serious does it need to get?
You're talking about you.
I'm just saying baddies. Baddies pay the bills. All my baddies get money. Every last one of them are rich. I know what I pay these girls. They make more money than anybody in America on a 9-to-5, you got a good job. My bitches is paid. Okay. So at the end of the day,
sorry about cussing y'all.
Why should anyone take a baddie serious? Because we pay the fucking bills.
Why should a man?
Because we pay the bills.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What if you're dealing with
It doesn't matter. First of all, I deal with Jacob, and but my baddies, I got a couple baddies that.
I'm not speaking in.
No, wait. So my baddie Anna is dating an MLB player.
Okay.
They get money. He makes more money than her for sure. She don't give a fuck. They don't care. Yeah. Baddies don't care.
But what I'm referring to is it's not necessarily about money all the time. Mm-hmm. And I think.
No, you said that. No. You said what is it that makes a male?
No, I will say it again.
Okay, say it.
Yes.
Why should a man take a baddie serious?
I just told you. When they make more money and they're the boss. Cool. She's the boss.
Okay.
So he makes whatever.
Okay, so everybody got the glimpse of that. Now, here's my take.
Hold on. Before we go into takes, let me say this. I watched the interview with Cam Newton and Ray J. Yeah. I watched the full interview. And during the whole interview, I was like, I'm exhausted. Ray J, what is you talking about? And so I haven't watched it. I've been watching this one, Natalie Nunn. I have not watched it yet, but I've been seeing lots of clips. And just from the clips, I'm like, hold on, this might be worse than the Ray J one. I'm like, in this particular clip that you just played, Cam is asking something very specific. She's answering, but she's answering a different type of question.
Yeah.
It's like two people are having a conversation on two different topics.
I agree.
Two very different topics. And I want to give people a background on Natalie real quick.
Yeah.
Natalie Nunn is currently 41, right? Mm-hmm. She just turned 41 on December 26th. She was born in 84. She's three years older than me. And she's still at 41 talking about some baddies, and acting like she's some teenager like or early 20s. Like she gives off like an airhead, like, oh, I'm just still finding myself in the world type thing. Ma'am, you're a grown woman. Talking about because baddies. That whole persona is going to get tired and old. Yeah, it's making you money now, but it's going to get tired and old. What's next? We've been seeing, I was first introduced to her when I watched Bad Girls Club way back in the day. And I hadn't watched that in years. Yeah, and at the time when I watched it, I was a teenager. And then also in my, early 20s. So I was young. It was excitement. What these girls talking about, they act like they bad. They ain't bad, whatever. You still carrying that from way back then and you're not 41.
41.
So already it gives off clownish behavior to me. That's all I want to say before we get into the conversation. Now, go ahead and give me your take.
I agree with that take. I agree. Because once you get older, you tend to forget. If you did reality shows, you tend to forget, and you kind of want to forget. It's the same thing with that same concept with my other favorite podcaster, Joe Budden. Joe Budden was on Love and Hip Hop New York, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't carry all that now,
because
he's way older and he's matured. He's
very successful
podcaster now, so he has to change his outlook. Besides the point, ladies and gentlemen, Cam Newton didn't ask anything about money related, and at first, I thought, oh, I would never go for someone like an Ellie Nunn because it's emasculating for men. Because at first, I thought, okay, well, she brought up that she's making the money. You know, she doesn't really need it. She is her own man, right? In that concept. But then, of course, me and he had a conversation. She's like, nope, I disagree, Kennedy. And I was like, yeah, we got to talk about it because we disagree.
Okay.
Now, I do understand it now that women can make their own money, but not need a man for that concept of money, right? Women need men for comfort. Emotional support, intellectual support, spiritual support, physical support, if you want to go that route, right? Yeah. But I understand why some men like myself, because I thought about it before we went live, right? Like, oh, I don't go for girls like that because I might not be enough financially. And I guess in my head, I got to stop thinking about that, trying to get a girl that's like, oh, I'm supposed to be the man. I'm supposed to buy and supply and supposed to give you money, supposed to take care of the bills and whatnot like that. Because you shouldn't be like that, gentlemen. You really shouldn't. But we have to.
This is where the disagreement came.
Yeah.
It's okay to be like that, but don't be just that.
Yeah, true.
And so what I told Kennedy was, because you made the comment, you said, women who make their own money, you had no problems with women making their own money, but that's probably why a lot of men don't like women who make a lot of money. And I said, well, to me, when I hear a man say, oh, wow, because you said, well, because he's going to be like, well, what do you need me for? Right?
Yeah.
And that's why I said, see, this is why I disagree. Because if only thing that you can look at a woman making her own money and you say, well, what do you need me for? To me, that says more about you and how you value yourself. Because you just deduce yourself to just $1. That's all you good for. You just good for finance. That's it. Yeah. You don't have nothing intellectual to add. You don't have nothing spiritual. You don't have all those things that he talked about. You have nothing else to add besides $1. Besides you providing this money. That's all you have to offer. And so that's why I said I disagree. I said, and I think that's where the disconnect comes between men and women in these type conversations when a woman is making her own money. It's not a woman saying, I don't need you. Now, of course, Natalie, she being extra, she probably believes that. But you know what? She's saying all this as a married woman who has a man at home. But you perpetuating these tropes and things, baddies and all this kind of stuff, when these girls ain't even got nobody. Like you said, nobody want to deal with all that. Yeah. No, nobody wants to deal with that kind of arrogance and all that in your face. It's okay for you to make your own money. What's not okay is for you to just think you're going to talk to somebody any kind of way because you make your own money. Yeah. And that's the issue now is there was a point in time where men made all the money, so women just had to take whatever in most cases. Not all cases, but in most cases, they just take whatever. Now women are making their own money, and it's not so much as saying, oh, because I make my own money, I don't need you, but I don't need you for what you think I need you for.
Right.
And when men say, well, if you're making all this money, what you need me for?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you just deduce yourself to just $1. That's it. Yeah. You're saying that's all you good for is $1. I have never had to look any man or say, oh, I don't need a man. I don't need a man. What I always say is I don't need a man for what they think I need them for. I don't need a man to pay my mortgage or my car note or my bill. I pay all that. If a man comes into my life and wants to pay that, I will gladly let him pay that. Right. But it's not a need. What I would want you for is companionship. Yeah. I want to be able to build memories with you. I want to be able to watch movies and cuddle and take trips and adventure. Let's build together. Let's do all this kind of stuff. But when you say, well, you make your own money, what you need me for? I automatically am turned off from that type of guy. Because you just told me you have absolutely nothing else to offer. In this life, in a relationship type setting, you have nothing to offer but $1 amount. Yeah. And I wish more men will quit just deducing themselves to that. Because what's happened now, what we're seeing now is because women are making their own money and they're not having to be financially dependent on a man in most cases, those same men who used to say that, well, what do you need me for? Now you sitting back, you got your money, but because that's the only thing you've ever been able to offer, now you by yourself, lonely. And what's happening, there's an epidemic of lonely men who then they get on the internet bitter because they have no woman. They want a woman, but they have always portrayed that the only thing they could offer women was money. And now women say, well, I don't need your money. What else you got? They have nothing else. So now you getting on the internet and you're attacking women. You're attacking when they're successful. You're attacking that. When they over here, like as a woman, you can't be either. You can't be a gold digger and just sit back and let a man. Because now you can't be a woman that sits back and just let a man pay for everything because you're a gold digger. You can't make your own money and pay for your own stuff because you too independent. It's like. And so those men who have portrayed themselves as I'm just a financial dollar to you. Now you sitting lonely because you ain't got nothing else to offer.
I wonder, does it amount to, because I've seen it on social media too, where not all women, some women, they're like, I need him to pay my bill and do this and pay my card note. I wonder, does that add the fuel to the fire why men think that way?
And I mean, and it's fine. And I want everybody to hear this because I don't want you to miss this.
Yes.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with a man being a provider. There's nothing wrong with him wanting to take care of his family totally. There's nothing wrong with a man saying, if I come into your life, you ain't got no bills. I'm paying all the bills. You keep your money. There's nothing wrong. That once he wants to do that, there's nothing wrong with that.
That's your money.
But what I'm saying is, don't come into a situation to a woman who does make her own money and you just, well, why you want me? What I'm supposed to do? Like, sir, do you not know anything that makes you happy outside of just finances? Anything that bring you joy? Anything like service or give, like, acts of service, kindness, words of affirmation? Like, let's be
physical
more,
touch.
Yeah, more. Well, you love that physical touch. Lick his lips and everything, y'all.
I mean, because that's part of it, y'all. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. But like, there's more men who can be more well-rounded than just finances is what I'm saying. So just don't deduce yourself to just the finances. Right. Because a lot of women out here are making their own, own money and stuff. They have more education on their belt. So of course, yes, we want something that has more than just that. Yeah. Again, I'm not turning down any man that want to pay my bills. But I ain't going on, and that's another thing. I ain't going on no platform begging no man to pay my bills either. Yeah. And there's a huge difference in women who are accepting of men that want to pay their bills and allowing them to, versus women who are, you got to pay this, you got to do this. Half the stuff y'all are demanding from men, you ain't even doing yourself. Yeah. He got to get my nails done every week. He got to get me Lucha Prada, Baby, all your stuff is from Walmart. Why he can't get you Walmart stuff?
Yeah, ain't no wrong with Walmart.
Like, it's like you wanting things from men that you ain't doing for yourself. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I can see that, adding to the confusion. Yeah, for some men, like, I don't want to do all that, like, because it's a money grab in some cases. Yeah. But this is why you got to start maturing and growing up and trying to develop some sense of discernment. Yeah. You keep wanting to go from the quote unquote, like she said, the baddies. You see how these women carry themselves. Yeah. You see how they talk. You see how they, go out here and interact with the world. And you think you're going to come in and just tame them with $1. Like she said, they got bag. They make their own bag. These making thousands of dollars an episode. Yeah. You can't come in and try to tame somebody and think you're just going to talk down because you can throw a couple dollars at them. Right.
If they are, because a lot of people say a lot of things in front of cameras.
Well, yeah, that too. Some of them are. Some of them
are, for sure.
But not all of them.
Anybody say anything in front of the camera to go viral.
But I'm like, and y'all let Natalie Nunn be the battery pack in y'all bag. A woman that's married, has been married since, let's see what it was, 2012.
She couldn't even answer the question.
Been married since 2012. So we talking about somebody who's been married over 20 years. Did I say that right? No. Not 20, over 20 years. She's been married over 15 years. 15 plus years. Even if their relationship ain't traditional, whatever you want to say. But she's putting a battery pack in other young girls and young women's mind. You could be a baddie, you can do this. Yeah. Y'all, that is tired. It is old.
I wonder, did she talk to her husband like that?
I don't know. Maybe not, because I mean, she's good at what she do. She knows it brings entertainment and brings dollars.
Yeah.
Like right now, we talking about how she knows it's gonna get it talked about, right?
Gonna get talked about. Yep.
So it you never know behind closed doors.
Yeah.
You know how her husband are.
I do think is fueling young girls about just get to the money. Don't worry about discernment, alignment, being spiritually and emotionally, physically available with whoever you're trying to seek.
Yeah, and that whole culture of just get to the money is a very dangerous culture.
It is.
Because just get to the money means you're willing to do any and everything to just get to the money. And at the end of the day, you can do all of that, any and everything to get to the money. Then you get to the money and boom, you dead the next day. And you can't take none of it with you. But your legacy is left on the television and the archives to see you acting a fool to get to money that you can't even take with you in the afterlife. Like, you're 41, Natalie Nunn. So you telling me at 50, at 60, you still gonna be on podcasts like, I got the baddies. My baddies got... That's not cute.
Yeah,
that's not...
As you get older, it's not. Honestly, to me, that's not even cute when you're young. That's just me. That's just my preference.
It's
some
not,
people like that. But.
It's not. I expected more or could see younger girls doing it because, again, they got older people who used to be like that, like Natalie Nunn, still pushing that battery and their battery pack. I want to make sure we start highlighting a whole lot more people, especially in 2026, who have the most positive things going on, because there's some organizations that are really raising our young men and women to be well-rounded individuals, to be complete human beings, not just to be a cash, flow as a man, not just to be a receiver of just fine goods as a woman, but to be partnership, whether that's same sex, whether that's heterosexual couples, whatever, but to be in a partnership that we can give and take, not just be takers, or not just be givers, and then we deplete it.
That's true, because I've cleaned up my social media before, because again, everybody know I renewed my faith with God and whatnot. But before that, it was a lot of sinful content. It was a lot of like seductive, like for women to shake a little something for social media, get the likes and clicks. Same thing as guys, where if they're working out and they're showing their abs and they're just showing too much to strangers on the internet, you got to find that discernment. You got to find your faith, and you got to not do things like that. And I guess some people do it because it might bring them some money, and I'm not here to judge because I've done some things too in the past. But what you're saying is, like you're saying, there's organizations that's training people to be better. Yeah. And guys, you can seek those things. Whether it's, for me, it's church, but you can find other avenues for that as well. I'm praying for Natalie Nunn. I hope she didn't have this when she gets older. She couldn't answer that question though, because she kept bringing money back into it. And Cam was like, hey, let's take financials out of it for a minute. Yeah. And she could not. She could not. Because
she was looking at it strictly, like I said, how some men do, strictly looking at a dollar amount. Yeah. Okay, and a man approaches you, he don't care about your money. Now what? What do you have to offer? You keep saying my baddies got the bag, they got this. Yeah. I don't care about your education, I don't care about your money. What do you have to offer? Yeah. Like, how can you be a helpmate to me? Are you a great supportive partner? Are you all she kept doing? Get to the bag.
Get to the bag.
I'm like, money, girl.
Yeah. So, but shout out to Cam Newton. I mean, he made millions on that video, but yeah.
I gotta watch the whole thing. I was like, I wonder if this is worse than the Ray J, because Ray J was wearing me out. I was like, he was wearing Cam out. Cam was just looking like, this is a mistake.
It could be because Cam looked aggravated when
he looked aggravated in a lot of clips.
So I see like, why did I sign up for this?
Yeah. And mind you, how old is Cam? Cam Newton. I know he's younger. I think he's younger than me. Cam is 36. He's 2 years younger. So imagine you sitting across. You're a millennial just like Natalie. Yeah. She's 41, you 36, and like Cam can cut up sometimes. Yeah. But in that moment, I'm like, Cam looked like the only adult in the room.
He's like, what? He's like, you saw it in his face. He's like, I ain't asked you.
He was looking like, why do we choose this guest? Yes.
Who's booking this?
Who I need to talk to after this?
Executive producer, we need to have a meeting. Yeah. Why not book this? But he made millions, so views on it. So hey, it works.
Well, moving right along. Yeah. Still sticking to some entertainment stuff.
What you got?
We got some stuff with Mr. Tyler Perry.
Yes, we do.
It's some more accusation. He had some accusation from somebody that worked on one of his shows more recently. And now there's a second allegation that's come out about, misconduct and things like that. I got this. This is on Facebook. Lovely T. Shout out to her. I've been listening to her commentary and stuff since I was in college. The early YouTube days. She's one of the early YouTubers, like Funky Dineve and them. Yeah, she's an OG. I love me some Lovely T.
I like the older YouTubers.
But this was posted on Facebook about 4 days ago, and she wrote the commentary on it. She says Tyler Perry allegedly told Mario Rodriguez that he didn't want anything in return for providing him with professional opportunities in a text message believed to have been sent to the aspiring actor who is suing Perry for sexual assault. On Thursday, December 25th, Rodriguez filed a lawsuit against the filmmaker and media mogul 56 in California, alleging that Perry sexually assaulted him and made unwanted sexual advances with the promises of roles. Rodriguez, a model who landed a minor role in Perry's 2016 movie Boo, a Madea Halloween, is seeking $77 million in damages. Alex Spiro, an attorney for Perry, told People in the statement on December 29th, "I said it before and I'll say it again. This is nothing but a $77 million money grab." And so Lovely T has posted some screenshots from some text messages allegedly between Mario Rodriguez and Tyler Perry. Mind you, I'm going to read these text messages, but I want you to know that there's only one time that Tyler Perry actually responds to him. And I'll tell you when that response is and then when I go back to Mario Rodriguez. So Mario allegedly says, "Just know that I love you and thank you for everything. I appreciate you to the moon. You got my Mexican ass out of a lot of bad places, and I just want to tell you thank you. I can't buy you anything, but I just want to tell you that your boy right here appreciates you more than anything. Straight from my heart, bro. Nothing I wouldn't do for you, man. Anyways, enjoy your time, and I hope I see you again soon." Then Tyler Perry responds, his one and only time that's shown in these text messages, "Happy Thanksgiving, my friend. Yep, you've been through it. I'm glad you're doing well. You don't have to give me a thing or pay me a thing. I'm just glad you're good." That's his first and last response. Then we go back to Mario Rodriguez, who says, "I'm still going through it, but you know me, man. I'm a survivor, just like you are. And I'm glad that you're my friend, and I love you, bro, respectfully." Then he continues on. Let me pull this up. He says, he comes back in, "Brother, haven't been feeling okay, confused and a little nauseous. I got blood work. Think it's my teeth. I know it's none of your business. I don't know. Do I know? I promise you I would never ask you for anything. But if it is what I think it is, I don't think I could do it on my own because I barely pay my bills. Scared AF. I don't want to get sepsis like my dad and pass away. I don't even want to mention it because I don't want to make it real." He says, "Feel sick most days. Never told anybody this, but my mom and everybody is starting to notice my broke ass. Don't have insurance. I never lie to you, but I think that's what's wrong. My dentist is supposed to take care of in Beverly Hills, but he's in prison for fraud. I've always been healthy, but lately I've been waking up confused and dizzy and a bunch of stuff. I just can't go to the doctor because I can't even afford it. I don't want anything. I just want to be okay. Scared, brother." Hold on. Get some stuff ready.
Oh. Yeah.
Shots fired. Officer down. I repeat, officer down.
So, in reading this, myself and a lot of people in the comments came to the same conclusion. It very much gave, like, how you walking on the street, minding your business, and somebody speaking to you, and you like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like, "Hey, have a nice day." And then you think it's over. You don't say, "Well, have a nice day." And you get to walk off, and they come back, and they're like, "Man, I ain't been feeling like they doing all this talking in circles." But the thing that they're circling is them trying to ask you for money without asking you for money. They're wanting you to say, "Well, here's a few dollars, man. I hope your day get better." Funny. That's what the entire post, the entire text message thread was given. And clearly a lot of more people picked up on it.
Yep.
On Facebook, I'm going to read some of the comments. Monica Y. Thorne Horton, she said, "This is what you call dry begging."
Yep.
Millicent Angus says, "Looks like Mario is grabbing for a handout. if he's the one going through, like trying to get Tyler to help him with the situation, is Tyler Perry the one in blue? She was asking about which one is Tyler Perry. His was the only one in blue.
Yeah.
Someone else says, Mario sounds out of line and flirting to me. And then someone else says, Mario was low-key throwing that ping for some ching-ching at Tyler Perry. Old broken, scary self. And so a lot of people was picking up on like, sir,
something ain't sounding right.
You was landing on thick.
Yeah.
You was really going, I never asked you for anything. I don't know. I can't even afford to go to the doctor. If it's what I think it is. And it's like, he was adding layers on top of layers on top of layers of woe is me.
Yeah.
My dad, I hope it's not sepsis, because my dad died from sepsis.
Yeah.
My mom and everybody started to notice my broke ass. Well, why they ain't giving you no money if they noticing?
Yeah.
So it's just like a lot is going on.
I don't think Mario, I don't think he has a case. I don't.
Yeah.
If that's true
if
evidence,
those are,
you ain't got a case. You ain't
I'm
got
just
no,
like,
nope. That's because you could pick up on those kind of things. Because I've had people, not family members, but people who did the same kind of dry begging where they're kind of talking to me in circles. I'm like, it sounds like you're lining something up to ask me for something that I don't have. So it's like, nah, we're good. Yeah, you gonna have to figure that out. I'm gonna be praying for you.
He said my dentist is in prison for fraud. So that's the only dentist
you
you available to go to? Like,
in California?
Sir, if you gonna lie, again, allegedly, if these are real, like text message receipts,
if you gonna
lie, make the lie make sense.
Yeah.
So you tell me the only dentist you can go to, he's in prison for fraud. Like, you were just landing on super thick.
There's plenty of dentists that, and I say to dentists, don't do fraud, but there's plenty of dentists in California. You said in California alone, that you could find. So I wonder, did Tyler Perry block his number?
I don't know.
Because he didn't respond, so it could have been.
Well, and on those messages, it has Mario Rodriguez with a block sign next to it at the top. So it could be. I don't know. I don't know where Lovely T got these particular receipts from. But someone said Mario, Andrea Freeman says Mario was looking for a sugar daddy. It very much gives. If you take care of me, I'll take care of you. Because I would do anything for you, brother. I just...
Anything for you, brother. Anything.
Yeah. I'm crazy.
Yeah, that's a sticky wicket.
If that's what you're using as any kind of evidence that Tyler was being inappropriate with you, that ain't gonna stick.
It's not.
You gotta come more correct with that. And then somebody else made a comment. I was trying to find it. It was like two things can be equally true. That, your boss could be someone who's great, but they also could be a predator, which is true. But if these are the evidence that we're looking at right now, with nothing else, that's not a strong evidence in your case, Mario.
And it sucks because you worked in the film industry. You could be blacklisted from the film industry.
Yeah.
Not to say, because Tyler Perry is good at what he does for sure, right? But I'm not just saying it because he's Tyler Perry. Like, anybody, you could get blacklisted from anybody. Even if you worked for, let's say, James Cameron or Michael Bay or anybody like that, and if you've done something to defame their name and to get a cash grab, try to get millions from, because let me tell you, Tyler Perry, along with millionaire directors, they don't want to give up their money for stupid stuff.
And that's one thing in the early text messages.
Yeah.
Again, allegedly, he says, just know, this is Mario allegedly to Tyler Perry, just know that I love you and thank you for everything. Meaning, you are admitting that Tyler has done something for you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you the moon. You got my Mexican ass out of a lot of bad places, and I just want to tell you thank you. You got me out of, he said, not just a bad place, out of a lot of bad places. So to me, it comes across as maybe Tyler was helping him or trying to get him out of some bad stuff.
Yeah.
But then Tyler realized, no, now you're just trying to be a leech.
Yeah.
And maybe Tyler cut him off.
Cut it off, yeah.
And now this is the aftermath of being cut off.
It's almost like crapping where you're eating.
Yeah.
In a way.
But and even so, even if Tyler was not having anything relationship wise, there's plenty of people who like to help people out. But this is one reason why people are so cautious about helping people.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you help people and then they try to look at you as a revolving door that they keep coming back to. And if you're sitting here in these alleged messages and you said you've helped me out of a lot, and of bad places, and I appreciate you for everything, that insinuates to me that it's been more than one occasion that Tyler has tried to help you.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot for you to have a small role in Madea Halloween Boo, which was years ago.
Years ago, yeah.
Because I remember when the first one came out, I remember exactly when it came out. It came out in 2016.
Yeah.
Because I went to New York for a week for my birthday, and I saw it at the theater that night when I got there, a midnight showing. So this has been a minute ago.
Yeah, been a minute.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. My case is, if that movie came out years ago, and he's complaining about brokenness, maybe, I mean, and you sometimes, as in the film industry, you hit a rough patch.
Yeah.
We all have, right? But it seems like he's been in a rough patch for years. 10 years
And
now.
I mean, if I was Tyler and I was giving somebody money and trying to help you get on your feet and you keep blowing through it, I'm going to eventually cut it off too.
Yeah, that's like cut that spigot.
And I'm the type of person, if I do have it and I set you up for success, and I said, this is a game plan that's going to help you get, and you go and F that up, baby, find you another benefactor after that.
Yeah. If Tyler Perry gave me $2 million, I'd make that.
You know what I can do with $2 million?
You know what? I would make investments. I would make a movie to let that money keep growing. Possibly pay Tyler Perry back if it was a loan. That's what I would do. Hey, I wasn't given that opportunity. Could you imagine?
That be the thing that be pissing me off about people.
Yeah.
People who be getting money, so I'm like, man, somebody throw me something.
Throw me a couple million.
I promise you, I'll make it multiply.
Multiply and give it back to you with interest.
Man, let me tell you something. The way people mishandle the blessings that other people give them is crazy to me. Yeah. The same thing with how people win the lottery and they blow through all that money. Now, I get it. It's a mindset. If you've never had or been taught how to save or invest, I understand how that happens. But I be like, can it happen to me? Just let me prove that I can do it.
Yeah.
Let me prove that I can do it. Like,
if I won the lottery, I wouldn't tell nobody I won the lottery. That's
there
rule
will
number
be
one.
signs.
Number two, I would put most of it in a trust or a high yield account where I get interest. I would invest in a movie, our podcast, and see a return on that. Pay a couple of credit cards off, and that's rare that I'd be in debt, credit card debt like that. But that's what I would do, and let my money multiply is what I would do if I won the lottery. It's the smart thing to do if you won the lottery. But, people, hey, you had $400 million, you blow all of it, now you broke. But for him, it sucks that he's in that predicament because you probably blacklist yourself because you ain't winning this case. If that's the true evidence, you ain't winning that case. I'm sorry.
And what happens also is when these keep coming out back to back to back.
Yeah.
If for some reason these are not true accusations, the person that's been giving and helping people out freely, their heart becomes harder because now you can't trust to help nobody.
Nope.
And it's like people who really, really need your help that you could help. Now you're like, no, I've tried that in the past, and people keep turning
me down,
and keep burning me on the back end. Like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'll just donate to this foundation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tyler, I want to let you know, if you ever want to give some money to help somebody out, baby, I promise you there's so much that I want to invest in and helping my community and all that kind of stuff. You will not be disappointed, and I will not treat you like a revolving door. I would not. I promise you I wouldn't.
That's how you do it.
And we got one more. Just kind of like the same
we do.
thing, right?
Speaking of accusations, Will Smith.
Tell me about Big Willie style.
Big Willie. So there is a story that's coming out for Will Smith, of course. He is now in an allegation as well when it comes down to it. Let me get the I'm trying to get my notes and stuff ready. Hold on.
You had all the time.
I had all the time. And I did. I think up there it is. Okay. All right. So violinist sues Will Smith over sexual harassment and retaliation claims. Of course, the story's coming from the Shade Room. Of course, the professional violinist who has sued Will Smith and his company for sexual harassment, alleging wrongful termination and retaliations. Of course, there's a video of the person that's doing the allegation on Will Smith that I'm going to play right now. Let's get into it and see what the accuser has to say.
I just wanted to talk about something really important.
What had happened was
earlier this year, I was hired to be a performer on a major tour with somebody who is huge in the industry. So I was excited, proud of myself for getting the opportunity. Unfortunately, some things happened, and I can't get into the details of exactly what that was, because it's already a legal issue right now. But the reason why I'm speaking out about this is because getting fired or getting blamed or shamed or threatened or anything like that, simply for reporting sexual misconduct or safety threats at work, is not okay. And I know that there's a lot of other people out there who have been afraid to speak up, and I understand. And if that's you, I see you. And that's pretty much it. More updates to come soon. Thanks for listening.
Okay, so that's Will Smith's accuser. Now, I will say, I understand if this allegation is true, it's alleged. I understand it, because if you remember 2 years ago, I got let go from a university because I got fed up and I reported the misconduct that was happening. It broke me mentally. I worked with a supervisor, which I pray for her because I want the evil from her. She was a very evil person, right? And I reported it to HR, and it ended up biting me in my ass because obviously I'm no longer with that university, thank God. So that part I understand. It does suck if this is true, that if this person was harassed, and hey, I'm blowing the whistle because I've been harassed. It does suck that, you could get wrongfully terminated. And it's just one of those things where, and I'm not saying Will Smith did this again, this is all alleged, but if Will Smith or someone like Will Smith that's done something like this, it sucks because Will Smith, like it or not, he's big in Hollywood. Even though he slapped the crap out of Chris Rock, he's still Hollywood. He's still getting these shows and getting these promos, and he became one of those people. Now, I'm not going to say that he's like God. I won't say that. But he is so big into this industry where you can really mess up and still be sort of okay. Yeah. Right? And it's just one of those unfortunate things for this young person, the accuser, where he might have a solution, a revolution from this, or they may not. And that's just like the harsh reality of it. And it does suck because now you're on camera, you're going a little viral. You got to be careful because you could be blacklisted as well. Hopefully that's not the case, but we're just in the world where you could be blacklisted. No one else wants to work with you because they scared that they gon', So I think it's like a two-way street. It goes both ways with this, and it just kind of sucks. I hope because this is all alleged, I hope Will Smith didn't do anything like this. I mean, he's done some questionable things lately, so I wouldn't put it past him. I hope this is not the case for him. Will Smith really doesn't need this kind of thing on his plate right now. And the accuser did look very, very sad. So I don't think this will be a cash grab like Tyler Perry's situation. But it just sucks because, you have artists like this young professional violinist that just wants to share their craft. And now they're on the back burner. Now they can't perform because you're in the midst of this legal ongoing investigation. You can't get booked for anything else because you're in a legal situation right now. No one's looking at you.
And correct me if I'm wrong, like Will Smith's name is the highlight of it. But do we know if, because he said the tour was for a well-known person.
Yeah.
But he never directly said that well-known person was the person that caused him the assault or whatever. It could be somebody like a tour manager. It could be somebody on the staff. It could be any of those things, but that's the big umbrella headline that brings in the people.
Right.
It's Will Smith,
And I know because Will Smith did go on tour, yes, because he did like 2 gospel songs and he's getting back into music. So I get it because he's just trying, because Will Smith is going to Will Smith, right? Yeah. So I get it. And to your point, it could be a stage manager. It could
people
be
don't understand those tours. There are so many people that make it go, like, make it happen. Yeah. Like, I'm talking from even a standpoint of me being a stage manager, or have worked on costumes or props or everything for the theater. Yeah. There's so much on the behind the stage crew that goes on, that it could be a number of people.
Yeah.
Just happen to be on his tour. So I'm going to stay tuned to see
we'll see.
He's directly accusing Will Smith or is it somebody closely associated with the tour.
Yeah.
Because he said he couldn't really talk about it much more because it's an ongoing legal thing, which is also frustrating too. When people come out, give you this vague thing that's happening, and then, well, I can't talk about it because it's ongoing legal investigation. Then let the investigation play out and then come and give us all the information at once. Like, these little bits and pieces, parts of it is also like, okay.
But for clicks, though. I mean, and that's because I feel bad for this young violent, but I mean, people do anything for social media. If you're going to get on TMZ and get viral, we'll do it. And
maybe that's a me thing because I'm the type person, when I come to talk about the truth and tell what happened, my receipts are ready.
Yeah.
They're ready, you know? And if I have a situation where I have to seek legal counsel, I'm not going to even bring it up until I know legally everything has been cleared, taken care of, and we're done with it. Then I'll bring it up.
Yeah. Or
if that's, that I could do that after the fact,
If legal counsel say, hey, don't go on any social media and talk about this, I'm like, all right.
Because
that's what people mess up because
you want your case to play out in court, not in the court of public opinion.
True.
Because when you do that, and if something has to go to trial, it becomes a lot harder for them to find a jury of your peers who have not seen this topic going around everywhere and have not formed their own opinion about it.
Yeah.
So, like,
it's crazy. Hey, that was a good way. I just thought about it, like, I hope. Nah, with Mario and Tyler Perry, Mario, you ain't winning that case, buddy. I'm sorry. But for this,
that's the only evidence.
If that's the only evidence,
I'm like, sir, you.
No, but for this professional violinist, I get it. I mean, you blew the whistle on somebody that would work. I get it because I can't say I blew the whistle, but I reported some things that I didn't like to about a supervisor or two. So I understand it. I get it. I do think people. And I will say this too, because I'm on the fence of it too, because I know a lot of people work with supervisors and bosses. Your voice matters. I always say this because, in my sister's like, Lucas, let Georgia State go. I'm letting them go, obviously. But I'm always going to encourage people, don't stay at an occupation that's going to break you mentally or physically, or if it's harassment, or if it's because you need it. I know we need jobs, I get it, but like, don't be in a situation where you get fed up and you get harassed and you're scared to report it, right? Because that's what HR is there for. That's their legal job. Now, if HR is not listening to you, you got a case.
Well, I'm gonna say this also with HR because I've seen this.
Yeah,
there's a lady on social media who used to work at HR. She said she worked at HR for 20 plus years, and she gives a lot of advice about dealing with HR. She said, while you go to HR to create a paper trail, you do not leave it in HR's hands to protect you. Because at the end of the day, their goal is to protect the company and the company's interests. Yeah. So you make sure you keep all your receipts, you do a paper trail that you went through the proper authorities through HR. But the first sign of it look like wrongful termination, get your lawyer because they are there to protect the company, not you.
And that's with Georgia State. That's something I didn't do, and that's why.
Child, well, hey, we can see what the statute of limitations is. It's still time.
It's still time, but honestly, I'm at a different university that's amazing, so I don't really care that much.
I care. We're going to talk about our camera. Look, this might be the blessing our podcast needed. We about to get paid.
Yeah, George, I'm coming for y'all. No, because the other school they're under the same. So it's like, but like I do say, paper trail is important.
Yeah.
What you said about HR, that is correct. And to everybody who, even if it's school or any other profession, know your value, know your worth, know your voice, right? Because I think if you've been harassed, not maybe even if it's sexually or professionally, know your voice, right? Because we're human beings and everybody has to be treated with respect. And if you're not treated with respect, maybe that job is not for you, and you move on, right?
Well,
what had happened was
we got one quick one that's left as we get ready to shut down this particular episode. We just want to let you know that as of...
Speaking of shutdowns.
Yeah. As of December the 31st of 2025, MTV, after 44 years, that was the last day of their broadcasting. There's no more MTV. You know what? I honestly thought it was going to come sooner because I remember when MTV first came around and everything. And they would play music videos all day long. It was music video TV, that's what it was, music TV. So they would play videos all day long. Now, early on in its early years, there wasn't a whole lot of black people being played on there. Eventually, they started playing Michael, and then Whitney started making her way around, but they were not really playing black music like that.
That's what 106 in Park was for.
Yeah, well, then that came later.
They did come later.
That came much later. It's because, it's been around a long time. But
44 years, that's long.
It says that it stopped showing, what is this from? Let me make sure. So this is from Deadline. MTV channels come full circle with final clip. Video that killed the radio star. So they played a final clip on December 31st. And it says, as such, MTV today stopped showing a 24-hour feed of music videos in the UK after 38 years in rotation. MTV Music, MTV 80s, 90s, Club MTV, MTV Live had all stopped broadcasting in the UK, as well as Ireland, France, Germany, Austria, Poland, Hungary, Australia, and Brazil. They went out just as the original American 24/7 music channel began. So those stopped just as it began, but Video Killed the Radio Star. That was the last one that they played. Says not only is MTV ending some of its international music channels, which played music videos around the clock, but the main network is also canceling some of its long-running programming, although it was a long time ago when the MTV flagship played actual music videos in the U.S. Its programming in recent years has been reruns of the clip show Ridiculousness.
I can't stand that show.
MTV was heavily trolled for its round-the-clock programming of long-running series. Earlier this year, sources told Deadline the show was ending its run after 14 years. So Ridiculousness just ended. In September, it was also reported that MTV canceled Catfish, the TV show, after 9 seasons on air. It says all of these changes are taking place amid its parent company reducing its workforce nearly 3 months after the close of an $8.4 billion merger of Paramount and Skydance. So I want to look again because MTV, where did it go?
MTV.
So it was formerly a music channel that entertainment was the former, but MTV has now closed. Its headquarters is in New York. I'm trying to make sure we are, because they have an MTV. There's a time shift service, MTV East, which is New York, MTV West, which is in Los Angeles. And now the owners are Paramount and Media Networks and Paramount Skydance. Now, it was launched on August 1st, 1981, 44 years ago. So 7 years before I was born, child.
I ain't mean to say, whoop, I did. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Neither one of us was a twinkle at the time. Neither one of us was a twinkle. It was originally another former name, MTV Music Television. That's what it was called from 1981 to 2010. Now,
I've stretched to 2010. I mean, YouTube. You know, people ran to YouTube and apps to show their music videos, so there was no need, sadly.
So it's right now. There's still some. It says, let me go back. Parent company Paramount announced on October 10th, 2025, that its United Kingdom and Ireland channels, which were the ones I noted before, the MTV Music, MTV 80s, MTV 90s, Club MTV Live, they all would stop broadcasting after December 31st, 2025. The broadcaster's flagship channel, MTV HD, would remain on air, showing reality series such as Dating Naked UK, Teen Mom, and Geordie Shore. North American channels will remain unaffected, but will also be evaluated later. So as of right now, if you're in North America, i.e. the US, they're unaffected, but it's still under evaluation for later. So who's to know? You know, it says as of January 2026, MTV only carries music videos in 5 regions: the United States through a 1-hour weekly block on the main network, and several side channels on cable and Pluto TV. Japan, Israel, Taiwan, and India. So right now, the only places you can see MTV is on those United States, Japan, Israel, Taiwan, and India. But they're on evaluation for the future too.
Yeah, if I was CEO of MTV, I would have pivoted to streaming and getting podcasts on the network, TV shows on the network, MTV Sports, something. But hey,
I used to be watching the MTV Music Awards, all the kind of. I remember when Spring Break started, I would watch that because I was always like, when I get to college, I'm going to Spring Break.
Yeah, they used to be.
Of course, that been closed down.
Yeah, Catfish was ours. Like every time we got home from school, we would watch Catfish, like the newest episode of Catfish, right? When we were a little bit younger lads. Yeah. So shout out to MTV. It's been a ride.
Yeah,
44 years, but hey.
Child, and that's all we have to do on this episode.
Hey, y'all get another beefing one too.
Yes.
Hey.
You know what you was tuning into.
Wait.
What had happened was...
Hey. I mean, you was like... I'm like, oh, it hurts.
Y'all, we in here doing our little chest bounce.
Yes.
What had happened was...
Thank y'all for tuning in to another exciting episode of
What had happened was...
I'm your girl, Evelyn Letitia, with my boy Kennedy Lucas Patterson.
Boy, howdy.
And you can follow us on WHHW Radio 1 on Instagram and What Had Happened Was Podcast on Facebook.
What had happened was...
Make sure you continue to tune in, like, subscribe, and share. We'll be back.
What had happened was...
Deuces.
Made it.